Tracking our record-breaking fall heat. I'm ABC 10 Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods on a very toasty Tuesday in the capital city. Here's a look at the almanac as we wrap things up for this Tuesday. 101 for downtown Sacramento. Sacramento Executive at 100, Stockton 102, and Modesto 101. Started off with morning lows very pleasant in the 60s, and then we rapidly warmed things up for the afternoon. That Stockton 102 degrees. That's going to be a daily record. The old record set back in 1936 at 99 degrees. And for downtown Sacramento, today, the 45th day that we've had a temperature at or above 100 degrees. That's going to be the new record for, in a calendar year, the amount of days that we've had 100 plus degree heat. The previous record set just 2 years ago at 44 days. So a very toasty fall day for us. And really, 2024 has been one to remember. Not only did we hit a record number of 100 plus degree days, but also a record number of 105 plus degree days at 16. We only average 6 days, and a 110 degree day record as well. We've hit 5 this year. We average 1, so you can see all across the board, it has been a hot season for us. And this falls on the heels of a summer for the record books as well. From June through August, our average high reached 97 degrees. That's going to break that previous record set just 4 years ago at 95.9 degrees. And also during that same time frame, we had 37 days that we were 100 degrees or above. June through August also was the time frame when we hit those 110 plus degree days of 5. So again, we're heading into fall, but this is on the heels of a very hot summer. Early fall heat, you can see the reason why. High pressure ridge really peaking over the western states with our peak heat hitting on Tuesday. Now we've got this little low. It's a feature that is going to bring us a break in the heat, and we're going to need it as well. All throughout the state, really throughout the Central Valley, we were seeing highs deep into the 100s, including Redding, Sacramento, Modesto, Fresno, and Bakersfield. Even over towards the eastern side of the state there, Palm Springs, 104 degrees for today. Now, there is a hint of some cooling right along the coast, and we're going to get access to that coming into the forecast. Looking at climate trends, you can see across much of the western United States, fall warming is showing more significance than in other parts of the country. For Sacramento alone, we're up about 1.2 degrees since 1970. So you can see the temperature bar here. Fall warming definitely playing a factor here with our climate trends. As far as our temperature benchmarks, when might we start getting some relief here? Well, the average last 100 degree day is September 15th, so we're past that, but October 10th is the latest that we've actually recorded a 100 degree temperature. After that, everything kind of falls off into the 90s for records. And then August 28th last year was the last day that we saw a 100 degree day. So we're kind of at the tail end of everything here. What helps certainly take the edge off is less daylight hours. Tomorrow, our sunrise at 6:57, our sunset at 6:57 as well. So we start to see those hours of accessible daylight shrinking here, and that helps to knock off some of the heat as well. Our average day in the 100s, like I said, September 15th, our average last 95 degree day. We're just days away from this, September 27th. And then that average last 90 degree day is October 7th for downtown Sacramento. We are edging towards the end of our hot time of the year. And that's really going to top our weather headlines. We will see that temperature drop. It's going to be brief, heat returning later this week into the weekend. But overall, we have at least a little bit of signs of some fall-like weather returning to the forecast. Tomorrow, we see that nice onshore flow that'll pull in that cooling Pacific breeze. It's going to be brief, but at least it gives us a little bit of break here. This low-pressure system kind of featuring that onshore flow, and it's going to move that high-pressure ridge off to the east here. Now, it will come back towards the end of the work week, sinking warming air, and it gets that heat back in the forecast. But again, it looks like we will see a little bit of relief a little bit later on in the forecast. But the 8 to 14 day climate outlook, really, it's going to be likely warmer throughout much of the state, with the most significant warmth over that ridge of high pressure where it really parks over the Four Corners area. So it's not necessarily going to be bringing us the most intense heat, but we will get access to it in our long-range forecast. The other part of this is it's likely going to be drier, so we're really not seeing the onset of any showers locally in the forecast. We're right on the cusp of seeing that. Typically, right around Halloween is when we start to see more chances for rain in our outlook. So really hot and dry for the next 10 days or so. Our forecast highs for tomorrow in the 70s for the Sierra, with 80s for much of the foothills. We'll see a couple of low 90s in there for tomorrow. 60s along the coast, much better than near 80 like what we saw earlier this week. We'll see some 80s throughout the valley, a couple of 90s in there, much better than those widespread 100s like what we saw on our Tuesday. Highs will stay in the 70s for the mountains at least through Thursday, and then we're back near 80 for the end of the week. 80s and 90s for much of the foothills, with the peak heat hitting us after today on Friday and Saturday. That's kind of how we kick off the weekend forecast. For the coast, we get a lot of fog for our Wednesday, and then we're back to some late week heat, highs close to 80 before we drop into the 60s again. You can kind of see how we're playing around with the temperatures here, up and down as we hit that transition season of fall. Highs in the 80s for our Wednesday, and then we're in the mid to upper 90s on Friday and Saturday in the valley before falling once again by the middle of next week. We just get a little pulse of some heat coming in there Friday through next Tuesday before we fall back into the 80s. You can catch more extended in-depth forecasts on ABC 10 Plus. Make sure you download it for free. It's live, local, and always on.